Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Ready, break.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get it.
The drive begins with a run by Forte. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
On 2nd down, Forte. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cutler. This one taken in by Hester. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Ready.
On 1st down, this is Forte. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I got it. Sit up. 51
Now a carry for Allen. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Set, go.
On 2nd down, Cutler. It's complete. It's Forte. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 23. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain it.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC offensive play. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Cutler will throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Out of the gun, it's Cutler. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now a chance to take advantage of that missed field goal. 1st and 10, way up at the 37.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come here, switch it. You draw quarters. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Step.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
You can't block me. Hey, exit. Get it.
Throwing Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
To throw is Rivers. And this one's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 2nd down now, it's Matthews. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down.
Hey, shoot.
From the gun, Rivers. It's caught by Royal. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line.
Check. Protein spill. Ready?
On 1st down. It's Matthews. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Hey, foxtrot.
3rd and long for Rivers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Matthews. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
They start on the ground with Forte. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is, how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays, getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. General West. Hey, Haywood. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19 in the room. And, the ball's out. Forte loses it. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, then maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's outdoor.
Because warm-ups were dry.
Oh, well, dry, and now you've got to make the change up, and it's the first quarter. Might take them a little time to settle in on their focus and concentration.
A good pick up there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day at camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a run with Forte. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, Cutler. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Delta.
Now it's Cutler. And he's got Sharkey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
80 weapons.
Following the penalty, it's Forte. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd down, here's Cutler. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On 3rd down, Cutler got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
You got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go. Bravo.
Rivers on 1st down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's get it.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Get it.
Rivers. He finds his target, Royal. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, Charlie. Right there. 54, right there. 50.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's complete to Gates.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 54. Mike, go.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Here's Forte. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Ready, break. 58 to Mike. Drop deep. Tight end left, tight end left. You got 3 down. 22, shoot.
They'll try and get it with Forte. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing here, Cutler. That'll be caught by Hester. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
To throw again. Rivers. Royal making the catch over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey. 4 down.
From the gun, Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Chopper! Five! Get it!
1st down, Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point forthcoming. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this 1st half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. The spark that often wins games.
Ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, Alpha!
56. Mike's 56.
On 2nd down, Forte. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Cutler. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll run on 1st down. It's Matthews. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Rivers now firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, high 7 to go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rivers, Gates with a grab. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, arguably, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On first down, it's Matthews. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Greystone travel.
Throwing, Rivers. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A run here with Brown. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Able to find Floyd. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Hey, echo.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Hey, orbit.
Check that
Fire.
Throwing again. Rivers. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Rivers. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 51. Go.
Final play of the half. It's Cutler. It's complete. It's Forte. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
61, matchbox, light.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Target, 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 target. Check it out.
Right back to him on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready, ready.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready for this, man. They not
Hey, exit. 6-6, pull it high. Snap.
Throwing Rivers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Blue draw Corker.
there. 54 Mike.
Get it.
To throw, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Matthews. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Small.
Now Rivers. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it brings up 3rd down.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again they run. Again it's Forte. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
Out of the gun, it's Cutler. And he's got Bennett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the shotgun, Cutler. This one taken in by Hester. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
To number 23, a 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's our time.
They'll run with Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
General West.
Throwing now. Cutler on 1st down. Allen's got it complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal. At the 2-yard line.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation.
Hey, Foxtrot. Go, Jeff, go.
Here's Cutler to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
90 Wolf. Watch the screen. Ready.
Rivers on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often ends the route.
It's caught by Royal. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 10. It's Cutler again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd down and 12. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Watch the slant.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Cutler will throw. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Again, they were targeting Marshall there, and it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cutler. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Bears will go for it. It's Cutler. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator.
Double dog. That's the way. Safe.
Shoot.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey. You got 3 down.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Come on, set. 60 or.
52. Mike 52.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming.
Get it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, 4 down. Check number 6.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So the face mask gets him a free 15 to start the drive.
Check.
And they will take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Stop here, D. You got double tight. Double tight.
5.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Withers on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Ready.
And they take a knee.
Withers on the keeper.
On is the Chargers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. On the return, Hester. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Down. 70. Indy.
Right there. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Shoot.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard.
We
Brings
go.
up 2nd and 11
8-3.
at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
3 down.
Set go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Topper!
Oh, look at this play call. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears Chargers get a bit closer. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Bears 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 43 yards.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta. 91 is the mic. Down.
Throwing here, Rivers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. In for the score. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. Now a hit and a loose football. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.